what are some key signs that a family or a caregiver could tell if their child was being bullied?
First and foremost, I would encourage a caregiver to trust their instincts. You know your child better than anybody else. But some key signs we might look out for is perhaps withdrawing from some of their usual social activities or hobbies, becoming a little bit moodier, a bit angry, outbursts of emotion, which can sometimes be a little bit tricky depending upon what stage of life our child is actually at. It might be increased time online, or it might all of a sudden be they're not involved in the online games that they used to engage in. Could be changes in sleep, eating patterns, that kind of thing as well.
Maybe like seeming a bit sad when you're not aware of a reason for it too?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. And I guess what's an example of a question that we could ask? Is it straight out, are you being bullied? Or is there a more nuanced way of asking?
In my experience, the best thing to do in those moments is just to actually move in close with our child. Often if we're coming out and we're asking direct questions like, are you being bullied? If our child is feeling a sense of embarrassment or shame, they might shut down. So what I would really encourage parents to do first is connect. Okay? And that might be getting involved in an activity with their child, making them a cup of tea and going down to their bedroom, and just being there and available to listen, perhaps before we actually begin with the questioning.
Sort of creating time where they could just organically end up opening up to you and saying that they're not feeling great or what might be happening.
Yeah, and sometimes we can find a simple activity like colouring in with our young children, and we're just having a discussion can then open to a little bit more information as to what's going on in the playground, or with our young teenagers, that type of thing, going for a walk, kicking the soccer ball, just in general conversation. Often we can get those little kind of helpful pieces of information where we can then start investigating a little bit more.
Fantastic. That sounds like a really natural way to find out how they're going.